And this was the final trip. This was the trip to look with Bruno to give the story of the indigenous people living in the Javari Valley and to give their story.
To tell the story, Paul, because he thought it could make a difference. He thought it might help to save the Amazon.
Yeah. He was convinced that rather than take an idealistic approach that said you should have regime change or change in overthrowing capitalism, he wanted to find sustainable business models, approaches that could be implemented that would allow the countries to prosper and the people who live there to prosper, but for the forest to be saved. So he believed it was possible.
He also believed it was urgent, and that there wasn't time to change, the model of capitalism. It had to happen within the society that Brazil has.
Yes, and Paul, you talked about him not wanting regime change. You will know that President Bolsonaro of Brazil dismissed Dom and Bruno as foolish adventurers. He knew, though, didn't he, the risks he was taking?
Absolutely. Although he played them down when he spoke to his family, I think he was a cautious man. He wasn't reckless. He planned these trips, and Bruno was the guy who understood this part of the world better than probably any non-indigenous person. But no, he would have been aware that there would be many people who would be happy to see the back of him because it was inconvenient truths that he was uncovering.
And Sean, did his family know the risk too, but believe that this was his life's work and therefore you wanted to support him?
I think he underplayed the risks to some extent, but we knew that there were risks. I mean, I'd read about the Javari region before he went. It was an area he'd travelled in with Bruno before, but of course things have changed since Bolsonaro's been in power, and the rights of the indigenous people have been rolled back, and that it's a green card for illegal logging and mining and fishing, and so we were aware there were risks.
And killings of particularly Amazon protectors across the rainforest have been rising in recent years.